Good evening and welcome to News.band. My name is Lydia. We bring you the news. On the headlines, we have Peter Obi supporters hold solidarity rally in Nsukka. APC Muslim tickets. A field for Boko Haram eye swap, says Egbon Olu Adeborua. And we also have ASU to end strike soonest, says Education Minister. How human traffickers recruited orphans to transport cannabis to Dubai. Shatima on where he is my running mate, says Tinubu. Southeast Group counsels Wike over romance with APC. Why I picked Shatima as my running mate? Masari withdraws as Tinubu's running mate, and we have two bar shootings leave 19 dead in South Africa. Ganduje released 3,898 inmates in 7 years. Now we'll head over to the details of the stories, the headlines that we've given you. There was heavy human and vehicular traffic in Nsukka local government area of Enugu State on Saturday as the residents of Enugu North Senatorial District came out in their numbers during a solidarity rally in support of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Mr. Peter Obi. The rally, which was organized by a group under the umbrella of Nsukka Youth for Good Governance, also sensitized residents of the 6 local government areas in the district on the need to obtain their permanent voters card in readiness for 2023 general elections. The peaceful rally, which started at the popular Total Roundabout in Nsukka local government area, proceeded to Odenibo Junction through Ugwoye Junction and other major roads in Nsukka town. The rally equally witnessed impressive turnout of youths and elderly people who declared their support for the Labour Party presidential candidates. The Director General of the group, Comrade Clinton Ogbonna, while talking to newsmen said, "We, the youths, especially those from Nsukka's zone, brainstormed and said we are going to sensitize residents to go and get their PVCs so that we can exercise our franchise during the 2023 general elections. Again, we came here because we are obedient. We are youthful obedience." Nigerian youth said that the time has come for us to take back our country because we believe that this country belongs to us. If truly that the country belongs to us, it is now time for us to take back the country. We are not going back the country violently. We are not going to take back the country violently. We are going to do it systematically and obediently by getting our PVCs to vote out bad governance. Our belief is that when we vote out bad governance, we must have ended recurrent ASU strikes, corruption, bad leaders, insecurity, secessionists, and bandits, among others in this country. Stressing further, Ogbonna, who was former technical assistant to Enugu State Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, also said, just like Mahatma Gandhi of India, Nelson Mandela of South Africa, Martin Luther King Jr. of USA, and a whole lot of them that came out in their countries and resisted bad leaders, we would replicate the same feat here. We need a better country for ourselves and our children. That is what we are demanding for in this country. Mr. John Ogbobe, one of the participants from Uzo Uwani local government area, said, "I came all the way from Ukpabi, Uzo Uwani local government area to participate in this solidarity and sensitization rally. I am a youth and need a total overhaul of this country. We can't continue like this. The rally is purely for Mr. Peter Obi and his Labour Party. We want our people to get their PVC so that we vote Peter Obi in 2023 general election." Mohammed Idris from Katsina State, who resides in Nsukka local government area, also said, "I was born and brought up here in Nsukka. We are celebrating our Salah today, but I just came out to register my own presence here before I go back to our celebration. I like what is happening here today because we have suffered in this country. We need youthful people to lead us. We need Peter Obi to lead this country come 2023. We are optimistic that he will bring the much needed change everybody is clamoring for," he said. Another participant, Mrs. Joy Odo from Ogba Udenu local government area, told our reporter that our leaders, whom we have been following since the return of democracy in 1999, have failed us. This time around, we are not going to listen to them again on who to vote for during the upcoming general elections. The movement is not about party, it is all about Peter Obi to salvage the country, she said. APC Muslim ticket, a field for Boko Haram ISWAP Egbon Olu Agberuwa. Human rights lawyer Egbon Olu Agberuwa has condemned the Muslim ticket of the All Progressive Congress APC, describing it as terrible choice. This is coming after the presidential candidate of APC, Bola Tinubu, hours ago unveiled the former governor of Borno State, Senator Shetima, as his running mate. In a statement, the Lagos-based lawyer said that the choice of Muslim ticket by the party in the present-day Nigeria is a field for Boko Haram, incentive for ISWAP, and a call for more terrorists. He said it is a terrible choice in 1,000,000 ways. Nigerians, whether Muslims, Christians, traditionalists, should reject APC with their votes come 2023. Unless, of course, those parading the tickets are themselves complicit. There is no better way to insult our sensibilities. I pray it's not true. Asked to end strikes, says Education Minister. The details. The Minister for Education, Right Honorable Goodluck Nana Opia, has disclosed that the strike action by the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, will end soonest. Right Honorable Opia made the disclosure while fielding questions from newsmen during a reception organized in East Anal by his friends in Owerri this weekend. Speaking, Opia assured that the President Muhammadu Buhari administration is working hard to end the industrial action by ASU. He said, I can assure you that government is very concerned about the situation. Even as I speak to you now, a lot of thinking, a lot of discussions and meetings are going on with a view to resolving the matter as quickly as possible. I am hopeful that the disagreement between government and ASU will be resolved soon so that our children can go back to school. On his own path, he said he is prepared to make impacts in the ministry and the education sector, working with the minister, Malam Adamu. Where there are challenges, there must be solutions. And I can assure you that we will find the solution and our children will go back to school, he concluded. The All Progressive Congress presidential candidate Asiwaju Bola Tinubu is currently in a private meeting with the president, Muhammadu Buhari. Governor Aminu Masari is also at a closed-door meeting, which is holding at the Dara private residence of the president. The APC presidential candidate, along with Governor Masari, drove into the president's residence few minutes after 2 p.m. Tinubu had earlier arrived at Umaru Musa Yar'Adua International Airport, Katsina, at 11:15 p.m. on Sunday, from where he joined Governor Masari for about an hour drive to Dara. Meeting still in session as of 2 p.m. Details of that meeting will be brought to you as soon as we get a hint of it. If you just joined us, this is News.band, and we are giving you the news as it drops. In compliance with the President Muhammadu Buhari's call for decongestion of correctional centers, Governor Abdullahi Ganduje of Kano State has released a total of 3,898 inmates across Kano correctional centers within 7 years. The exercise, which was effected during the Salah celebration, was through the state prerogative of Mercy Committee at the intervals of Salah Festival. The 90 inmates who were released on Saturday, Salah Day, were among the released 3,898 as stated during the Salah visit to Gorantuse Correctional Center. In a press statement issued by the Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Abba Anwa, also quoted his boss' assurance to continue with the good work until 2023, when his administration will terminate. This exercise is in compliance with President Muhammadu Buhari's pursuit for decongestion of our correctional centers. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says it has seized 50 parcels of cannabis concealed in food items of Peter Eno, an orphan, at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, MMRA, in Lagos. NDLEA spokesman Baba Femi said the illicit drug, which weighs 2.80 kilograms, was planted inside Eno's luggage by one Matthew Bassi, an alleged human trafficker. He said the drug was bound for Dubai, United Arab Emirates, before Eno was intercepted at the airport due to discrepancies between the age she declared and the date of birth on her international passport. Consequently, Bassi, 29, from Oron LGA, Akwa Ibom State, was arrested on the 6th of July while looking around the airport. Further interview reveals that the human trafficker who recruited and brought her to the airport, Bassi, was still looking around the airport waiting for her departure. Baba Femi said in a statement on Sunday, he said he was promptly tracked and arrested. Investigations showed that the victim, who hails from the same Oron LGA of Akwa Ibom State like Bassi, recently lost her mother. This made it easy for Bassi to recruit her with the promise of securing her a job in Dubai. It was further discovered that the recruiter leveraged on the victim's naivety and planted drugs in her bags for onward delivery to his contacts in Dubai. Baba Femi said NDLA Chairman Buba Marwa commended the officers of the MMIA command for staying vigilant and proactive in their areas of responsibility. Marwa charged them and their colleagues across the country not to rest on their oars. Two bar shootings, one in a township close to Johannesburg, the other in eastern South Africa, left 19 dead, police said on Sunday as they tried to verify if the murderers were linked. In Soweto, 15 people were killed as they enjoyed a night out. Police said when assailants drew up in a minibus taxi and began randomly firing high-caliber guns at drinkers. Police in the eastern city of Pietermaritzburg in KwaZulu-Natal reported 4 people were killed and 8 wounded in a bar when 2 men fired discriminately at customers. For the police, it was too early to say if the assaults were in some way connected, but they observed their similarity. In Soweto, Johannesburg, largest town to the southwest of South Africa's economic capital, police were called to the scene shortly after midnight. When we arrived at the scene, 12 people were dead with gunshot wounds, police officer Nolahla Kukeba told AFP. 11 people were taken to hospital and 3 later succumbed to their wounds. The dead, who included 2 women, were aged between 19 and 35, Provincial Police Chief alias Mawela told AFP. According to witnesses, they shot randomly, said Mawela, adding forensic police were still collecting evidence. There were no details regarding the assailants. Nobody has been arrested. They came and shot at people who were drinking and having fun, said Kubeka, commander of the Orlando Police Station, the Soweto district where the shooting took place. Why I picked Shatima as my running mate, says Tinubu. All Progressive Congress presidential candidate at national leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has confirmed Senator Kashim Shettima as his vice presidential candidate. Tinubu personally disclosed his choice to journalists at the Daura residence of President Muhammadu Buhari. The APC flag bearer arrived there this afternoon to pay Salah homage to President Buhari, who arrived his hometown on Friday. Senator Shettima is former governor of Borno State and a close associate of Tinubu, who has been a staunch supporter and campaigner for the choice of Tinubu as the next president of Nigeria. He toured many states with Tinubu since December 2021, where he addressed party delegates and mobilized support for the former governor of Lagos State. As former governor of Borno State between 2011 and 2019, the 56-year-old Kashim Ibrahim Shettima ran his government on the similar template used by Tinubu in Lagos. Despite the Boko Haram insurgency, he was able to build world-class schools, housing, and he also tapped on human resources outside his state. Among his closest aides were an Igbo Christian from Anambra State in the southeast, an Yoruba Christian from Delta State in the south-south, a Christian from Edo State in the south-south, a Yoruba Christian from the southwest, a Fulani man from Gombe in the northeast, and a Hausa man from Zamfara State in the northwest. SAF Group cancels Wike over romance with APC governors. Prominent pan-Igbo socio-political pressure organization, the Southeast Revival Group, SURGE, has declared that even though Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State knows what is good for him as a politician, Nigeria is in its most slippery political period, such that any political move or decision at the current season must never be hastily undertaken by any wise politician. The surge in a statement signed by its president and national coordinator, Chief Willie Ezugu, while reacting to the recent visit of All Progressive Congress APC governors from the southwest of Nigeria to the governor, the Southeast Group counseled Governor Wike to be careful and patient in taking any political decisions in order not to lose the goodwill he has been able to earn from the masses over the years as a performer. As audacious supporters of Governor Nyesom Wike, who is one of those we consider to be outstanding in the build-up to the recently concluded presidential primary of the PDP, People's Democratic Party, we sincerely counsel the Rivers State governor to be very cautious in taking political decisions at this time. Whether the governor is aggrieved or not, even though we know that he was betrayed during the presidential primary of his party, the political terrain in Nigeria is too slippery for hasty decisions by any wise politicians. For keen observers of political trends in Nigeria today, it is clear that the younger generation has largely taken over control of the country's politics ahead of the 2023 presidential election, just as they did in 2015. If the older generation of politicians are not careful, they will completely lose relevance in the coming months as campaigns begin. It will be suicidal for any politician who is loved by Nigerians like Governor Wike to swim against the prevailing national political tides. Obviously, those who redirected the politics of the country in 2015 have also taken a position in the current political era. Nigerians have yearned for a new breed of leaders, those who belong to the younger generation of politicians, to emerge as presidential candidates across key political parties in Nigeria. But they got disappointed when politicians that ought to have retired from active politics were given presidential tickets, to the chagrin of the younger people across the country. Apart from the fact that the older generation of politicians who won presidential primaries are largely seen by the youth as corrupt and desperate, Nigerians have been in pain in the past 7 years and are not keen in repeating the mistake of 2015. For this reason, a critical mass of disenchanted citizens who have been at the receiving end of misused Nigeria's commonwealth since 1999, which obviously worsened in the last 7 years, have now produced a candidate of their choice. In the light of this, only wise politicians will look before they leap ahead of the 2023 presidential election. We therefore urge Governor Nyesom Wike not to miscalculate or stand on the way of the Nigerian youth, being one of our few leaders who have so far distinguished themselves in the last 7 years of misery and pain among the masses the group counseled. Obi and Ahmed ticket rekindles hope of redemption and freedom for Nigerians. Peter Gregory Obi and Dati Yusuf Baba Ahmed joint ticket has all the required capacity to unlock the chains of captivity Nigerians have been caged in by selfish politicians in a corrupt, riddled economy for so long, and to liberate them. With the opportunity the Labour Party has given Nigerians in the dual joint ticket, if one goes to north, east, west, and south, one will understand that hope has been awoken in the hopelessness of the nation. Nigerians are very conscious of this opportunity, especially the youths who do not want the golden chance to slip away, have shown enough willingness for self-emancipation. They have grabbed the project with every sense of sincerity, power, enthusiasm, passion, and commitment. The campaign has been very consistent and emphatically clear. They want good and qualitative leaders, and in Obi and Baba Ahmed, they have scrutinized and found what they seem to have been searching for in leaders. The ovation from every part of Nigeria that welcomed Baba Ahmed as the running mate of Peter Obi were very huge, massively impressive, pleasantly joyous, and extremely intimidating. I have said this severally, that ordinary Nigerians have no problem with one another as long as one is doing what is good, right, and legitimate. They embrace that person, irrespective of the person's religion or where he or she comes from. The problem has always been the policymakers, the politicians, who are supposed to be pace setters, but always play the card of ethnicity and religion to divide us for their selfish interests. The bunch has held us in captivity for too long, and Nigerian youths are in unison this time to say enough is enough. While these politicians have always found ways to settle their differences, swum together in corruption and stuck with one another in their exploitation of the masses, we, the ordinary Nigerians, the exploits, have not found a way to say no to their manipulations. Instead, they use us and make us to fight each other while they share our collective wealth. And even sometimes they make us kill ourselves in defending them and their evil. The only time we summoned courage, did what was right, and came together like them was the time of the NSAS protest, and we saw how scared and trembled they were. But again, they had the upper hand as they forgot their political and religious differences and came together, planned the evil attack, and brutally descended on us militarily and mercilessly. We will never forget this, and it is payback time. With our experience and the elders joining our obedient and useful movement, now we are currently more resolute and extra formidable to take back our country, and they cannot defeat us again. We are better equipped now and armed than them. Our permanent voters card PVCs is our AK-47, and we are going to shoot at sight. Any recognized destiny destroyer since 1983 who wants to become a governor or a lawmaker, we will show no mercy in this mission. Nigeria is a hijacked country that is at the verge of collapse. Insecurity. Terrorists are firmly in control of some parts of the country with the advancement to capture more places. They collect taxes in areas they invaded and occupied, with citizens gnashing their teeth in agony. Hopelessness and disheartenment. In the judiciary, people grieve that justice could elude the innocent or be bought by the highest bidder, based on controversial and questionable judgments judges have given in recent times. The worst was a shocking Supreme Court judgment that brought Hope Uzodinma of APC as the governor of Imo State. That judgment was a terrible blunder and a judicial tragedy, and there was nothing supreme about it. INEC, the constituted electoral body, declared Hope as coming forth in that election, but supposedly, Supreme Court judges accepted votes that came from people that were not even registered voters and gave them to Hope and declared him winner. In that Supreme Court judgment on Imo State justice died in Nigeria. Obi and Baba Ahmed joint ticket is a masterstroke. The duo is young, intelligent, and with inspiring, clean, and successful records as public servants and in their private lives. They are not corrupt. Their academical records, age, and sources of wealth are not in question or doubt. So they do not need to pay any sum or swear any affidavit to defend a very simple question, but needs a very simple answer. Therefore, while it is true that Nigeria is a hijacked project by political monsters and corrupt leaders, and the country is at the verge of collapse, it is equally a fact to note that the emergence of Obi and Baba Ahmed have risen hope of liberation, and the hijacked country is at the verge of salvation. Spread this message to those who are still living in fantasies of how they will bribe us, and inform those dreamers who are equally asking for our political structures that in our quest for a better working Nigeria, we are strongly united, resolute, and formidable. No religion, ethnicity, amount of inducement, or political party can divide us. The voice of the people is the voice of God. Inform them that Obi and Baba Ahmed are coming. On May 29, 2023, the duo will be sworn in as elected president and vice unless something drastic and unexpected happens, which is unlikely. Obi and Baba Ahmed only need to be very conscious of their security now than ever. While our hearts ache for the state of the nation today, hope beacons in the Obi and Baba Ahmed for redemption that the economic revolution happening in Rwanda is also possible in Nigeria. I am just being obedient and useful to Nigeria. Uzoma Ahamefule, Uzoma Ahamefule, a concerned patriotic citizen and a refined African traditionalist, writes from Vienna, Austria. That is the story with which we end the news for today. This is Lydia saying thank you so much for listening. Until News.band comes up on your screen again, stay safe. Good night.